I will be using beeswax, e-wax, stearic acid, cetyl, phenol, pine oil, paraffin oil, color, perfume, sulfur, water, tea, and carbopol. So I will be, first of all, pour the cetyl, the e-wax, the stearic acid, and the beeswax into a cooking pot. This is where I'm going to boil it. I will add water so it will dissolve with heat. I'll be using my microwave. You can use your pot or stove. You can use your stove or your gas to boil, but I'll be using a microwave to melt it. This thing is too much, so I will be transferring it into a bigger pot. Yes, I will need to transfer into a bigger pot. Then I will boil. Add my water, then boil, and when it is dissolved fully, evenly distributed, then I will bring it down. So it took me about 10 minutes to get this boiled and dissolved. It has been evenly dissolved. No traces of any particle, undissolved ingredients there. So you can see. So I'll be adding my color at this point. And mix thoroughly, mix very well. Mix very well. One thing about cream production is mixing. So I will now transfer it into a mixing bowl or a mixing bucket where I will be able to mix very well. I will need to add a little water so that it can cool this water to a reasonable temperature where I can now add my tea. Just like a liter of water, then I'm now adding my tea. You be observant. You will see that this solution, this watery solution, will now turn to a very thick paste. And this is the soap, this is the cream base. This is the cream base. And here is my carbopol, which I have dissolved overnight. I'll be adding tea and watch the reaction. The carbopol will turn into a very thick paste also, semi-solid. You see what can you see what is happening? It have turned to a very thick paste. So now I have gotten a thick cream base and a thick carbopol. So I will need to build up this cream base so that it will be somehow not that thick, but it will also come up appreciate in quantity so that it will dissolve very well. Mind you, like I said, because there is no mixer here, I'm using hand. I'm doing this for as a layman so that you know that you can do these things from home without any sophisticated equipment. So I'm adding water just to build up the cream base. At this point, you are the one to control the water you want depending on what you want. So you can see I'm mixing very well. Mixing is very, very important in cream so that it will not form lumps. You get, so that it will not form lumps. That is what I'm still doing. Mixing very well. I'm trying to break the lumps that have formed so far while mixing. You will mix and mix and mix. Cream is all about mixing. So now I'm going to be mixing both. I've gotten the third bucket whereby I fetch from the cream base and I fetch from the carbo pour. I mix the two together, then I pour into a larger container where I will finally do my mixing. So I'm trying to add the two together and then let it become one. 1 plus 1 equal to 2. Or this, in this case, 1 plus 1 is equal to 1. You see, and now pour it into, that is the bucket, a bigger bucket where I'll be doing the final mixing. So I'm like adding both together. Mind you, this cream base that you see here is already made cream. Do you understand? If you don't want to add carbipur, you don't need carbipur. But the function of that carbipur now is to increase the quantity, because after adding that carbipur into that cream that you see, let's say this cream now is about 10 liters. Do you see that bucket you are seeing there is about is it up to 14 liters, but that cream is not up to that brim of that bucket. So let's assume that that cream is 10 liters. Yeah. So if you want to add other ingredients, as in mineral oils, all those herbal or medicated minerals that will nourish the skin and whatever, this is time to add it. But because I want to use carbipur to boost the production, that is why I'm doing this. I'm going this extra mile. So it's not everybody that knows about this carbipur. So I'm introducing it to you for you to know that it makes your cream to come out massive, large when production. So the same thing is being repeated here. I'm mixing the two together. After mixing, I'll pour it into the bigger container where I will now do the final mixing. If you have watched up to this point, please go to the comment section and tell me I am following. Also, you should know that this video has been edited. It took me almost 5 to 6 hours to finish this production, but you can see it's almost 19 minutes video. I edited it to 19 minutes. So I believe if you really want to learn, this is not for entertainment. If you really want to learn, you should be able to sacrifice your little money, your little data of 19 minutes to watch this video to the end. And if there is anything you don't understand, consider yourself for a training so that I will give you a proper, well-detailed training on this. Do you understand? And help me to share this video to like-minded people that are interested in production, so that they can avail themselves the opportunity to learn this skill. I welcome your suggestions, your comments. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Like I have said, I have noticed that a lot of people watch my video. I celebrated 100,000 views the other day. 100,000 views, but I am at 1,500 subscribers. So it literally means that if everybody should be watching my video, that is watching my video subscribe, by now I should be having like 100,000 subscribers. So please, when you are watching my video, try to subscribe. So I have finally mixed the two carbipol and cream base into one, and is in this container, in this bucket. So here I will only be adding water to build up what I want, the quantity I want. Now, cream and lotion are of the same fundamentals. The only difference is the quantity of water you add. Do you understand? The quantity of water you add, the more, if you add more water, it will turn to lotion. But if you keep it more thick, it will be referred to as cream. And you know that cream, when it's thick, it cannot be poured. You can turn it upside down, it will not fall off. But if it is lotion, when you turn it upside down, it will pour away. So it is at this point you will need to control what you want. If you want it to become lotion, you will need to add more water. And if you want it to become cream, you will reduce the water. Do you understand? The more you leave it, the more the lumps will be dissolving. So I will still need to mix it very, very well. Okay? So the next thing now is that we'll be adding our additive. Like I said, this video was not done in a day. So I left that cream base to dissolve. So by the time I will be adding my additives, you will find out that most of those lumps would have gone. So now this is my paraffin oil. I am adding my sulfur. Sulfur does not dissolve in water. It can only dissolve in oil. So you need to mix it with that paraffin oil very well before you now pour it into the mixture, the cream mixture. And you know, sulfur is medicated. It kills anything rashes on the body. So that will be its own function. So the cream is loaded. So here we are about to add the sulfur. You can see we are about to add the sulfur. We are adding the sulfur now, and we will mix very well. I've been a mixer all my life. Maybe one day I will still do a video how my journey till date. So I've been a mixer in different companies. So even my hand gone down turn to mixer agitator. So here we go. I hope you can do this. I sanitize my hand. So I sanitize my hand with alcohol. So don't be thinking of I sanitize my hands very well. So you walk into the cream very well, mix very well from the top to the bottom. You mix very well. Yes, I'm now adding my phenol. Phenol is very, very harsh, very, very hazardous, very, very toxic. You can see me using spoon. I did not use my hand though. Don't go and use your hand though. So I will first of all work the phenol into the cream. You understand? Until it's not visible before I will now use my hand and mix. Don't go and mix directly immediately. Oh. Don't mix immediately with your hand. First of all, turn the phenol with spoon and see that it have dissolved at least at the upper layer. The strength have been reduced. before you now work it into the whole cream from top to bottom. There we go. I'm adding my pine oil. The same process, the same procedure. I will work it. You see, pine oil is less harsh, so that's why I'm able to use my hands directly. But if it is phenol, I will first of all use spoon and turn it. Don't use turning stick. Most times if you use your turning stick, you won't know when pepper and salt remained when you washed it, and if you put it inside this mixture now, everything will collapse, it will turn to water. So that I'm just telling you because of troubleshooting, in case you do something and you did not get it right. So I am now adding the last part of the paraffin oil. I want to use it to rinse. I've used it to rinse that beaker. Then I will, I will now also mix it thoroughly so that everything will fall in line. So now this is my perfume. I'm adding my perfume. So we have the phenol, we have the sulfur, we have the pine oil. So this cream now is highly medicated. It can kill rashes, pimple, eczema, different kro wey dey body. E go clear am. People will be asking you for more. You understand? This is how it is done. There are other things that you can add, but I just add these three. These are the ones I used to add on my own. So you can see that all those lumps have dissolved. It's no longer there. So now I've already poured it into the containers. You will be seeing this type of container medicated creams around your environment now. It's sold everywhere. We have different brands. We have different brands, more than 1,000 brands in Nigeria and across the world. So this is how it is being done. Yeah, and this is the final packaging point. I'm using my hand sealer. I'll pack it 12-12.